We will have our revenge.
Double your villains, double your fun.
There's 2 Eggmen now?
Hey guys, Society Reviews here, my review of the film Sonic the Hedgehog 3. 5 years ago, the team over at Paramount made one of the biggest cinematic mistakes in history by releasing a trailer of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie featuring one of the worst character designs in history. Instead of looking at the iconic video game mascot that every kid in the 1990s grew up knowing and loving, the animation staff decided to turn Sonic the Hedgehog into the little monkey boy from the first Jumanji movie. To Paramount's credit, however, instead of attacking the fan base and saying they were the problem in this scenario, Paramount opted to delay the release of the film so that they could fix the character design and appease the fan base. The character design got a very positive reaction from audiences who proceeded to flock to the movie, making over $320 million worldwide on a $90 million production budget. The first film was a great effort to appease kids, fanatics, adults, and moviegoers everywhere, making it a true crowd pleaser. Sonic 2 was a film with a strong message about family and friends. However, there was a noticeable drop in quality whenever the film switched its focus on the human characters. The entire subplot involving the wedding of Maddie's older sister Rachel did nothing for the film except for bring the story to a screeching halt. Sonic 2 was not groundbreaking, but it was a serviceable sequel with plenty of entertainment for family to enjoy. This leads us to the third movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Despite sharing the same title as the game, the movie does not play off of the plot of the video game, but skips much further ahead in bringing audiences to the introduction of the most successful post-Genesis character in the Sonic franchise, Shadow the Hedgehog. The film begins with the introduction of Shadow, the ultimate life form who has been trapped in a secret facility for over 50 years. Shadow is consumed by vengeance following the devastating events that led to the loss of his friend, a young girl named Maria. Shadow wants the entire world to suffer for everything it's taken away from him. Meanwhile, Sonic is riding the highest point of his life with friends and family surrounding him. However, when Sonic meets Shadow for the first time, he sees a hedgehog that, unlike him, did not have the luxury of having a well-balanced family around him. To make matters worse, the family that he did have just so happens to be Dr. Gerald Robotnik, the long-lost grandfather of Ivo Robotnik. Gerald, who also wants revenge for the death of his granddaughter, seeks the destruction of the entire planet and plans to use Shadow's blind rage as a tool to destroy it. And it's up to Team Sonic to stop him before it's too late. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a massive improvement to the previous installment. The team at Paramount listened to the audience's negatives of the last film and decided less was more. The biggest thing that hindered the previous Sonic film was the human characters that took away from the overall plot and dragged things out to a 2-hour runtime it did not need. In Sonic 3, however, the human characters' roles have been downgraded significantly and focuses more on the development of both Shadow and Sonic the Hedgehog. This means that people who are fans of Sonic are going to get a lot more of him in this movie than they did in the previous movie. Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog is added to an ever-growing list of characters, including Ben Schwartz, who is back as Sonic the Hedgehog, Idris Elba, who is back as the voice of Knuckles, and Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who's back as Tails. The meat of this film focuses on Shadow's backstory, maintaining a faithfulness to the source material. Just like all the Sonic films before here, there are tons of references to other franchises in the movie that looks to play up to its bread and butter, which is mainstream families. The film continues the narrative of teachable life lessons and enforcing positive behavior, which families looking for a timeout with their kids will certainly appreciate. Jim Carrey is back in the franchise, this time playing not one but 2 characters. Despite pulling double duty, Carrey is very much toned down from his last performance, which was bordering on annoying and cartoonish, even for a Sonic the Hedgehog film. All in all, the film takes to heart all the cons that people had with the second movie and improves on them. As a result, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a clear step up in quality over its predecessor Sonic 2. Some fans will argue that this is probably the best of the 3 Sonic movies so far. One thing that can't be denied is that Sonic the Hedgehog has been the exception to the rule that video game movies simply cannot be done to a satisfactory level on the big screen. I give this film a 3.5 out of 5.
What is this madness?
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He does look like a Pokemon! Pika Pika!